Hi boys and girls, this is Coach Whaley, and I'm going to walk you through how to sign up for your track and field events for next week. Everybody's going to start on the Chase Street Student Launch page. Once you're there, find the button that we've added that says Track and Field. When you find the button, click on it, and that's going to take you to the Google form you're going to use to sign up for your events. So the first thing you're going to need to do is to type in your first name. Type in the name that we know you by at school. This is the name that is going to show up on your name tag. Also, remember to capitalize the first letter of your first and last name. It will print on your name tag the way you type it in. So I'm going to go ahead and type in my name. Then come down to the box that says type your lunch number. It's really important that you are careful about typing the correct lunch number. This is going to be used to import some other information about you. So make sure you have 6 numbers, double check it, and make sure you've typed it correctly. The next question is, are you a boy or a girl? Click in the appropriate box, and I'm going to click that I am a girl. This is where it gets a little bit tricky, guys. So in this question right here, it says you can choose 1 or 2 field events. But remember the directions about how many events you could do and how they needed to be divided up. So you have to sign up for 2 events. You're going to be at the track meet all day. You need to participate in 2 things. If you're choosing to participate in only 2 events, it doesn't matter what combination of events you do. You can have 2 fields or 2 track or 1 track and 1 field. But if you're going to choose the maximum number of events, which is 3, you cannot have all 3 field or all 3 track. You can choose to do 2 field and 1 track or 2 tracks and 1 field. So the first choice is standing long jump. Remember we did that one on the first day. It's also called the broad jump. Then the javelin, that's the piece of equipment that was the blue foam noodle thing that we threw for distance. And then the softball throw that we did for distance. Let's say that I was going to sign up for a total of 3 events, but I'm going to do 1 field and I'm going to do 2 track events. So I'm going to click the 1 field that I want, and I'm going to come down and choose my 2 track events because I'm going to do a maximum. I'm going to do the maximum number. I'm going to do 3. So the choices were the 100 meter. Remember, that's the shortest race. It's the straight side of the UGA track. It just takes seconds to complete. The 200 meter, which is half a lap, is a curve and a straight side. Still, it is a sprint, and it's just going to take seconds to complete that race. The 400 meter is a full lap around the track. The 800 meter is almost the same thing as a half mile. You're going to do 2 laps around the Y track. Do not sign up for the 800 meter if you cannot run for at least 5 minutes without needing a walking break. The longest event in our track meet is the 600 meter, and that is the closest to a mile. It's going to be 4 laps around the Y track. You need to be able to run about 10 minutes without walking to be able to complete this race. Then we have the 100 meter hurdles, which is a sprint also. It's down the straight side of the track, jumping over 3 hurdles. And then the 4x100 meter relay. So the relay is made up of teams of 4. You can be mixed between classes and grades. So you could have 3rd graders could have a 2nd grader on their team. A 2nd grader could have a 3rd grader. You wouldn't want to have a 4th or 5th grader on your team because they're not going to be at the track meet. But we need to keep the boys together and the girls together. And that's just so that when we do the medals, it works out. So you can't have a team that has girls and boys on it. It needs to be a boy team or a girl team. And there's nowhere to write on the form who's going to be on your team. I will get with you next week and find out who your team is. So I'm going to do the 1600 and the 1800 because I'm good at endurance runs and not sprints. So I'm going to choose the longer races. Once I'm done, I'm going to raise my hand, let my teacher come by and make sure that I've only chosen 2 or 3 events because you could accidentally choose 4. And if that happens, I'm going to choose which one to take you out of So make sure you've only checked a total of 3 things between these 2 categories, a total of 3 things. And then after my teacher has come and eyeballed it and made sure that I only had 2 or 3 things checked, I can click submit, and I am finished. All right, good luck signing up, guys, and I will see you next week.